Hey everybody, I thought I'd come on and make a short video to get you caught up on what's happening right now. For those of you asking, yes, Potato is sick. She spent 3 days at my father's house and then caught whatever sickness it is he has. And as soon as she started feeling bad at his house, feeling sick, she texted me that night and asked if she could come home. And then he brought her home the next day. So she's been very ill, basically staying in bed. She's having really bad sore throat pain, not really eating. We did go to urgent care today just to make sure she didn't have strep or flu, and she doesn't have either of those. So she just has, some kind of bad virus right now that she is not enjoying. And so she's mainly just staying in bed and taking ibuprofen and things like that to try to, handle the symptoms and just let it run its course. So that's why she came home. There was no problem at my father's house or anything like that. She was sick, so she wanted to be here. On Aiden's front, I spoke to the next person assigned to us for APD after we got home from urgent care. This person is our Medicaid waiver coordinator. He is the person who stays assigned to our case now, going forward, forever. He called actually while we were en route to the urgent care, so I asked if I could call him back when we got home, and I did. He informed me that he went right into okay, so I've got a place, gave me the information for the place, like a home, gave me the guy's number who runs the home, all of this kind of information, and was like, you guys can call him. You and Aiden can go take a tour, see the home, meet the team, and as soon as you're ready to have him there, he can go there. So within days. So I was completely surprised because that's not what I was expecting from this person when they called. So my whole insides of my body just went. I was like, okay. Because what I had been told, and I don't know if it's the APD people that I had spoken to previously only know what they do, you know what I mean? And they're just kind of guessing what happens next after they pass you to the next person. Because what I was told by the previous APD person was that, the next person we'd be assigned to, this gentleman, would, be applying for Medicaid on Aiden's behalf, and it would take about 2 weeks and da-da-da-da. Not, he would call you and be immediately ready to have Aiden move. So I was surprised, and quite shook by that. Now, this is what we have been trying to do since August, we've been going through all of this process, and so it's not out of the blue, but do you know what I mean? It kind of was okay, this is the moment where now it's happening. So I called the person that is in charge of the group home. I spoke to him just briefly to set up a time. So Aiden and I are going to go out there tomorrow morning. The APD person did tell me some things about this place. He's worked with this person who runs the place before with other cases, and speaks favorably of the person, and the place is less than 20 minutes away, which is a great thing, because one of my major concerns was that we wouldn't be able to find a place that was close, that had availability. So this place has availability right now, ready to go, and is less than 20 minutes away, so I could literally see him every day. Another positive about the place is the man that runs the group homes also runs an adult day training program. So anybody that goes to his group homes goes to this program, during the day. So again, the discussion was, is Aiden going to go to school? Because, people like Aiden that are in the ESE program, that have those kind of like special needs, they can stay in school until age 22. They basically do like every year of high school twice. So he could go, there's two main ESC schools in Pinellas County. There's a southern one and a northern one. Where he'd be located with the group home, he'd probably be closer to the northern one. And so where down here, he'd be closer to the southern one. So that will be a discussion that, we have as a team to figure out, kind of what would be better for him if he would go to the school until 22 and then go to the day program, or just go straight to the day program and do that. So, but the fact that that's set up that way is great, because just like everything else, trying to get into a day program is all wait lists and things like that. So the fact that this guy has one already set up and all of his group home people can go there is a big plus. He gave me the address, so I did Google it. Looking at the house from the outside, I'm like, that's not impressive. Not that I'm expecting it to be like some like really fancy house or neighborhood or anything like that. It's just kind of like, looks like a mid to lower class kind of neighborhood. Like you can, the house is like from the 1950s. You can kind of tell that by looking at it. It looks dated, the really old garage door, like nothing exciting about the landscaping, like, looking at the neighbors' houses, kind of like, I don't know what to say. Like it's not impressive looking from the outside, but I mean, that's not really the important thing, you know what I mean? And it is an old home. It appears they bought it in 2020. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. 2 of the bedrooms are quite a good size. There's the master bedroom, and then there's another one that's a little bit smaller than that. Excuse the barking. The people's dog next door is so annoying. It does this all the time. But like, has like a galley kind of kitchen like ours, a big living room. Just looking at the floor plan, I couldn't find any pictures of inside the house online. So this is just the floor plan. I didn't see what the backyard looked like or anything. But and it's also located right kind of, like I said, it's less than 20 minutes away. So it's kind of, right near places where I kind of dash sometimes and things like that. So like the location is really good, and the way that it would be set up for him to go to the day program would be really good and stuff like that. So it's really just a matter of going there tomorrow and, seeing the place and speaking with the people and getting kind of a feel for them and how they run the place and, the other residents there and things like that, and just kind of feel it out, I don't really know what else to say. Like it's gonna be hard. I hope it's harder for me than it is for Aiden. Like I said, we've been doing this, trying to get this accomplished since August, and I've had a taste of what it's like for him not to be here. With the times that he was hospitalized. And I know that I'm okay, like when I'm out dashing or when Potato and I are out doing something. But it's when it's coming home, to that deadening silence of him not being here. That's what gets me. Not having, getting up in the morning and not, having to go through the whole routine of what we do. Um, um, and so like with the news that, this place is available, we can go see it right away. You can go right away. That's fantastic news. Like, God could not have done it any better. And at the same time, I'm just kind of like not okay. But I don't want to be like this. During the process, I want it to be a positive thing, and I want to approach it that way, especially for him. That this is, he's getting to move on in life, and move in with new people, and I'm hoping that, there's good connections there, and that he gets along well with everybody, and it's awesome with the day program and the new things he'll get to experience and do. He won't be stuck on the computer all day being bored and whatever. So it's a positive thing for him. And being close, like I said, I can see him as much as I want to. So that does make it quite better to know that I can just hop in the car and be there in less than 20 minutes. So basically this APD person and then the people there, the dude that runs it, and then he has like a manager of the home, of the particular home, and then he also has a partner that works with him. So there'll be a meeting. We'll all meet at the home, me and Aiden and all of them, and just go through all the specifics, everything, like medical history and like all of the kind of information that they need to have. They are aware that I'm his guardian advocate, and I just sent that paperwork over to them today. I emailed it to them. So they have it, and so they understand that, any decisions for him have to be approved by me, made by me. The Medicaid that he's getting is different than the one that I applied for him, which nobody told me there was a different one that only they could apply for. It's a Medicaid waiver Medicaid. It's a specific one called MW Medicaid that they basically apply for, and they just get it because, nobody would get to this point in the process with APD if the person wasn't genuinely, disabled or whatever. So they also help get the SSI because the majority of the SSI that he gets will go to the home. I think he said there's like, of what he gets, only like $110 would be like the extra. Most of it goes to the room and board to the home. He said, either it goes all, like his SSI would either go straight to the home, or it could come, I could be the payee and it could come to me, and then I just write them a check every month for his room and board from his SSI. That's something I'll talk with them further about, because I would rather be the payee. One, because you never know what happens in the future down the line. If something happens at the group home and I want to move him from there to a different one, or I open my own and I want to move him, I don't want there to be a problem with like them holding all of his control of his things. You know what I mean? I don't I don't know if that's even a possibility, but I just don't even want to leave it where there could be like a kind of problem. I would rather be in control of that. And plus, like, the extra, like, 110, what do they do with that? You know what I mean? Because things like, you still have to pay for, like, doctor's appointments, and, do they buy his clothing? Is that covered under room and board? Are they going to buy the kind of foods that he wants? Is that covered under the room and board, or is just like whatever they feed him? So if I'm wanting to bring him the things I know he specifically likes to eat, is that coming out of like my own money, or is it coming out of his money? You know what I mean? Like, just those kind of like little stupid kind of specific things that I don't know how it works, that we would have to discuss. But that's all I know at this point. So we go there tomorrow, if it goes well, and Aiden and I like the place, and he could literally go there the next day. And then of course I'll ask them like, what's their visitation policy. Obviously I'm sure they don't want people showing up in the middle of the night and things of that nature. But is it like, can I just show up whenever I want to? Like, ta-da, here I am. Or, is it specific times? All those kind of specific things that have to be worked out. And then figuring out like, okay, so when it's time to bring him there, I'll probably have to bring him there and drop him off, and then come back and pack up his stuff and then bring it after he's already there, because I think if he sees me packing up his stuff, he's gonna think hospital. I don't know if you remember, but we were when our shower wasn't working, when we couldn't use the shower because of all the plumbing problems, we were gonna go stay overnight in a hotel or something. I don't remember if it was an Airbnb or a hotel or something, so we could have like a shower and stuff like that. And we packed up like the stuff to go leave, and we couldn't even leave because like he saw the stuff and just had a huge explosion, so we couldn't leave. So just a lot of little details that my mind is kind of racing through, thinking like, okay, I need to do all the laundry, and need to make sure all his stuff is clean, and then finding out from them if there's other specific things that he needs to bring. Will we have to stop at Target or something tomorrow to get more things? Thinking like I have to like label his things, like his favorite book and his photo albums and things like that, that I want him to have there with him. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I hope it's easy for him, as easy as it can be. That's the most important thing, to try to make it as easy and as smooth as possible, because he's gonna be leaving home, which has never happened before, of course. Leaving mom, leaving his sister, leaving Merlin, leaving his room, all these things that are normal for him. Even like his OT, his OT's like his best friend. So like losing that person like completely, I worry about that for Aiden, that it won't be like a heartache for him. You know, because Aiden's lost a lot of people from his life. You know, they just abandoned us. So I'm hoping that doesn't cause him any pain. The OT is paid through the homeschooling scholarship that we have, and so we will lose that homeschooling scholarship if he goes to school. I'm not sure how it would work if he went to the day program. I think either way, like, you know, if, you know, that he loses the scholarship, so we lose the ability to be able to pay for OT unless it's covered through insurance and stuff like that. But you know, he is already getting kind of like too old. Like, that OT sees children, so like Aiden was already getting like, you know, too old to be seen by him anyways. So, you know, we were already discussing that before any of this other stuff started happening. So, you know, he was going to lose that person regardless if this all happened or not. So I can't really think of anything else at the moment. Just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, especially Aiden, that this place works out really well and that he's safe there, that he's well cared for, that they feed him enough, that he's happy, and that, you know, I can see him as much as I want to make sure he's okay. I want him to know that, like, he's that I haven't abandoned him, that I will never abandon him, that everything's gonna be okay. So I'll keep you updated.